What if I told you that a simple measurement of 8.8 millimeters could reveal everything about Apple's next big release? That's exactly what happened when Ice Universe dropped a bombshell about the iPhone 18 Pro Max thickness. This tiny detail has sent the tech world into a frenzy, and for good reason. We are not just talking about phone getting slightly thicker, we're talking about what this means for the entire future of iPhone design. Today, we're diving deep into the leaked specs, design changes, and why Apple might be making some decisions that could surprise you. Stick around because some of these revelations might change how you think about upgrading your iPhone. Let's start with the numbers that got everyone talking. Ice Universe claims the iPhone 18 Pro Max will measure exactly 8.8 millimeters thick. Now, you might think that's just a random number, but here's where it gets interesting. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is expected to be 8.75 millimeters thick, while the current iPhone 16 Pro Max sits at 8.25 millimeters. This means Apple is actually making the phone thicker, not thinner. For years, we have seen this race to make phones as thin as possible, but Apple seems to be going in the opposite direction. Why would they do this? The answer lies in what's happening inside the phone. When you make a phone thicker, you create more room for bigger batteries, better cooling systems, and more advanced camera hardware. But here's the catch. This small increase in thickness also means your current iPhone 16 Pro Max case probably won't fit the new model. It also changes how the phone feels in your hand and how it sits in your pocket. These might seem like small details, but they matter when you're using your phone every single day. Now let's talk about something that might disappoint some Apple fans. Digital Chat Station, another reliable leaker, has shared some news that many weren't expecting. Apple might reuse some iPhone 17 Pro molds for the iPhone 18 Pro line. This is huge because it affects several key features that people have been waiting for. First, it means the Face ID components might not move under the display as many hoped. Second, the dynamic island might not shrink as much as rumors suggested. Many Apple users have been waiting for the dynamic island to get smaller or disappear completely. The idea was that Face ID technology would move underneath the display, making the black cutout area much smaller. But if Apple is reusing molds from the previous generation, this upgrade might not happen. This decision makes sense from a business perspective, though. Reusing molds saves Apple millions in manufacturing costs. It also speeds up production and reduces the complexity of building the new phones. But for consumers who were hoping for a major design refresh, this news might be disappointing. Let's move on to the part that should get everyone excited, the new chip. Multiple sources are pointing to the A20 Pro chip as the heart of the iPhone 18 Pro Max. This isn't just any regular upgrade. We're talking about a processor built on a 2-nanometer process. To put this in simple terms, the smaller the process, the more efficient and powerful the chip becomes. The A20 Pro should be significantly faster than the A19 Pro that's expected in the iPhone 17 Pro Max, but speed isn't the only benefit. More efficient chips generate less heat and use less battery power. This means your phone could run demanding apps and games without getting hot, and your battery could last longer throughout the day. Speaking of battery life, here's another exciting detail from the leaks. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is rumored to pack a battery larger than 5,000 mAh. For comparison, most current iPhones have batteries between 3,000 and 4,500 mAh. A 5,000 plus mAh battery, combined with the efficient A20 Pro chip, could deliver all-day battery life, even with heavy usage. This is especially important as iPhone displays get brighter and more power-hungry. The rumors also mention improved OLED panel technology that should make colors more vibrant while using less power. Camera upgrades are another major highlight of these leaks. The front-facing camera is expected to jump to 48 megapixels, which is a massive upgrade from current models. This means much sharper selfies and better video calls. But the really exciting camera news is about variable aperture technology. This is something we have seen in high-end Android phones, but Apple has been slow to adopt it. Variable aperture means the camera can physically adjust how much light enters the lens. In bright conditions, the aperture gets smaller for sharper images. In low light, it opens up wider to capture more light. This gives you much more control over your photos without needing to switch to manual camera apps. The telephoto camera is also getting improvements that should make zoom photos much clearer and more detailed. For anyone who loves taking photos with their iPhone, these camera upgrades alone might be worth the upgrade. Let's talk about design and colors, because this is where Apple usually tries to catch our attention. The leaks mention that Apple will stick with the titanium frame, which was introduced with the iPhone 15 Pro series. Titanium is lighter and stronger than steel, so this makes sense. But the color options are where things get interesting. Rumors point to new colors, like purple and copper for the iPhone 18 Pro Max. Previous models offered colors like cosmic orange and deep blue. These color changes might seem small, but they're often what help people decide between keeping their current phone or upgrading. Sometimes a fresh color option is exactly what pushes someone to make the purchase. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, who should actually consider upgrading. If you currently have an iPhone 17 Pro Max, the upgrade path is pretty clear. You get the faster A20 Pro processor, better display brightness, and that improved front camera. But the changes might not be dramatic enough to justify the cost. However, if you are on an iPhone 15 Pro Max or older, the combination of improvements becomes much more compelling. The A20 Pro chip, better display technology, improved cameras, and longer battery life add up to a significant upgrade. The connectivity improvements are also worth mentioning. The leaks suggest expanded 5G band support and new Wi-Fi capabilities. This means faster download speeds and better streaming, especially if you are in areas with newer network infrastructure. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tech news and analysis. I'll be following all the iPhone 18 leaks as they develop, so you'll want to stay tuned for updates. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.